Hello my friends, I am Thierry Bremer, senior software engineer working since more than 20 years in the software industry. I am going to present to you today a new concept in artificial intelligence, which is MCP protocol. For the little story, I am, let me just present me myself at the beginning. I am Thierry Bremer. You can join me on LinkedIn if you like this video by adding a little note. And I am also looking for a new job in the area in Germany, remote job, hybrid job in the area of Nuremberg. Preferably, you can contact me if you want. This will be enough for the presentation. And I will speak about the AI website, which is Claude Sonnet, which is in fact a very strong AI model concurrent to ChatGPT. And I have taken this website because of the very accurate answer it has given to me, and also because when I have challenged it to make some code, it was a very high level comparing to the other solution like Ollama. Ollama is one of the lowest quality for generating code. It is not totally bad, but it is lowest quality. And ChatGPT is a degree higher on the Claude Sonnet for the testing that I have done was one of the most accurate. And what also I like about Claude is that he has a desktop web app that I have already installed, which I have it here. You will see during my video there is some blur. This is, I don't know for what, this is a video driver or not. This is not because I have, I don't know. Just be aware there is some blur. I am aware of it. And that's all for the warning. So. This Claude Sonnet has a website and also a desktop tool which permits to have a local instance of the software, and you will see just after why I am going to use this. And in fact, the AI Claude Sonnet is powerful because what I am interested with is to interact with local data, which with the data that is not on the cloud. And in fact, Claude starts. This is the emerging of a new protocol. It is emerging in AI. Everything starts very recently. It is a new standard emerge recently. And for the people who are not aware, Claude Sonnet, I don't know if we can see the company, but it is designed by Anthropic. Anthropic is here. I can go to the Anthropic website, AI research products, etc. There is a Claude overview. It is explaining the Claude Sonnet. And what is interesting is their OCP protocol that I am going to try to show you. I don't know where it is, but I can come back to the last page. So there is the introduction to the model context protocol. So this video will be technical, very long, so take your seatbelt because I am a technical engineer, so I will dig in the different areas of MCP protocol with AI, and I will give you a use case for a real implementation. The final stage, the final goal of this presentation is I have here in this directory of my Windows computer a lot of files. I have more than 2,000 files which are storing data of stocks. And one of the challenges I want in the end to be able to do two things. The first thing is I want to ask Claude Sonnet how many files I have. So the answer should match the number of the file system. So here, for example, 2,124 files. And I will ask him, I will take a stock randomly. I will double click on a stock. And here you see I have the data of the stock. So here I have the different value. And I have some fundamental data, and I can look at the net income. So one of the real use case will be at the end. I will give him the ticker, and I will ask him to give me the net income for the given year or the given date. So this is the end goal of the presentation, and we are going to see all the steps together to reach this unbelievable complex scenario. The first thing I'm going to do, I will take you step by step from the beginning to the end And I will read with you the introduction to the model context protocol. And let's get started. So today we are open sourcing the model context protocol MCP, a new standard for connecting AI assistant to the system where data lies, including content repository, business tools, and development environment. It aims at help frontier models produce better, more relevant response. So this is exactly what I want. I want to interact with the AI core and to interact with what they say, including content repository. As AI assistant gain mainstream adoption, the industry has invested heavily in model capabilities, achieving rapid advance in reasoning and quality, yet even the most sophisticated models are constrained by their isolation from data. This is one of the issues. Trapped behind information silos on legacy system. In fact, when you prompt Claude, it is only answering you with its own data set, and this cannot be changed. Every new data source requires its own custom implementation, making connected system difficult to scale. MCP, this is a protocol, model control protocol, I think, model context protocol, address this challenge. It provides a universal, open standard for connecting AI system with data sources, replacing fragmented integration with a single protocol. The result is a simpler, more reliable way to give AI system access to the data they need. So what is the model context protocol? The model context protocol is an open standard that enables developers to build secure. We will dig technically after, but me, I have already looked at the documentation, and what I don't like is they try to be a little blurry. They don't explain exactly what it is. It is just saying it is a protocol without. So we are going to see in the details after to see what is this protocol, what is it technically doing. Two-way connection between their data source and AI-powered tools. The architecture is straightforward. Developers can either export their data through MCP servers or build AI application, MCP clients, that connect to these servers. Today, we are introducing the three major components of the model context protocol for developers. The model context protocol specifically on SDKs, a local MCP server support in the Claude desktop app. So this is why here I have downloaded the Claude desktop app, because in fact, the Claude desktop app has a local MCP server support. This means what? This means that the Claude Sonnet desktop app is able technically to connect to a server, MCP server. Only the local desktop app. If you go to the Sonnet website, of course, it will not be able to connect to a local server in your machine because of security issues, firewalls, etc. And an open source repository of MCP servers. Okay, Claude Sonnet 3.5 Sonnet is adept at quickly building MCP server implementation. I will try to work with MCP server done in C# because I am mainly C# developer. And even if the AI world is more focused on the Python world, I have more skill on the C# world. So we are going to work on this layer. We are sharing pre-built MCP server for popular enterprise systems like Google Drive, Slack, GitHub, Git, Postgres, and Puppeteer, which is quite nice if you want to automate some scenarios on web testing. This means what? This means the AI core can connect to an external module like Puppeteer. Puppeteer is a module like Playwright to interact with the web browser to simulate user interaction. So you can imagine a system where you have the Puppeteer system or Playwright system to interact with the web browser, automating the action on the web website, and giving data to the AI core Claude Sonnet. Early adopters like Block and Apple have integrated MCP into their system. Okay, good. Getting started, developers can start building and testing MCP connectors today. All Cloud AI plans support connecting MCP server to the Cloud Desktop app. Okay, so this means that you have a Cloud Desktop app, which is there, the desktop app, and you can connect to MCP server. So the challenge is, we start to understand, is that to solve my use case to be able to count the number of files in this directory, I will need to create what is called an MCP server. It's important to know if we are going to create a server or a client. And Claude Sonnet is in fact a MCP client. Cloud work for customers can begin testing MCP server locally. Okay, open community. Okay. To start building, install pre-built MCP servers through the Clear Cloud desktop app. Okay. Follow the quick start guide to build your first MCP server. So this is what is interesting me. Follow our quick start guide to build your first MCP server. So we need to create an MCP server. There is a guide, and we are going to at the guide. So here you see I am redirected to the model context protocol IO website, and I come from the Anthropic website. So this is the official anthropic.com website, which give a link for this model context protocol IO website. And here in this website you have different paragraphs. And let's look at the introduction. Introduction gets started with the model context protocol. Okay, MCP is an open protocol that standardizes how application provides. So you see what is funny, that it is open, it is open source, etc. They do not speak in technical terms. As a technical terms, you should say at least this is relying on TCP IP stack. Then what is layer 5 application layer? What is the protocol? Is it HTTP? Is it FTP? Is it other thing? Or is it MCP? Is it totally independent from HTTP? We are going to see this just after to try to analyze the network trace. And why MCP? MCP helps you build agent on complex workflows on top of LLMs. LLM frequently need to integrate. Okay, let's look at the architecture. At its core, MCP follows the client-server architecture where a host application can connect to multiple servers. So you see here already they are making some problem in their nomenclature. Normally a host is like a server. So this is not a host application, this is a client application. Can connect to multiple servers. So here they say what? Host client with MCP. Host with MCP client. So no, this is a MCP client. So desktop is a MCP client, and the client is connecting to a server. A host do not connect to a server. This is just rubbish. So a MCP client connect to the server, and you see you can have different servers: MCP server A, MCP server B, MCP server C, and each of them has a specific functionality. So you see in the programming domain, it's like you have different modules, and each module has its own responsibility. And all of them are using the MCP protocol. And the global ID is that in the end, one of the ID in the long term is that you can have other AI framework, like for example Ollama, which would be pushed to implement this MCP protocol to interact with other modules. So you can replace the MCP client. MCP host, so I don't like the name host, program likes cloud desktop, so this is MCP client, client, protocol client that contains, yes, okay, they are making, so this is like a host in the sense of application which is holding a module which is a client, but still technically the process is a client. MCP server, lightweight programs that each expose specific capabilities through the standardized model context protocol. Local data sources, your computer file. So here you see local data sources. This is your computer file. So what I want look to be feasible databases and services that MCP server can securely access. So this means what? This means that if I have a database, for example, a database, so this is directory is in fact like a database. It is technically a file system, but if it is a database, I can just change a connector and the adapter, and this should work. Remote services, external system available over the internet, through API. So this means what? This means I can also, instead of having a pure file system operation, I can of course make some TCP request. Okay, good. So this was an introduction, quick start. Let's look at the quick start for server developers. Okay, for server developers getting started. Building your own server to use in cloud for desktop and other clients. In this tutorial, we will build a simple MCP weather server and connect it to a host cloud for desktop. We will start with a basic setup and then progress to more complex use. So what we are going to do together is that I am going to follow this quick start guide to try to do it exactly how they are documenting, and then in the second stage after I will adapt it, make some change to do the use case I have presented to you at the beginning. So what we will be building, many LLMs do not currently have the ability to fetch the forecasts on severe weather alerts. Let's use MCP to solve that. Great. We will be the server that exposes two tools, get alerts and get forecasts. Then we will connect the MCP server to MCP host to MCP client. In this case for Claude for desktop. Okay, Claude for desktop is here, and you can see here the final result. The user is prompting what weather alerts are active in New York. They are configure the Sonnet client to connect to a server, and he managed to understand this, connect, make the request to the server, obtain the result, and display the output to the user. This is just incredible. And here this is another request. What weather is in Sacramento? Let me check the current weather in Sacramento. You see view result from get weather from weather. I do not get yet how he's managing to make the glue between the request and the correct server call, but it is managing to do it currently in Sacramento, and then it displays the correct data retrieved from the OCP server. Okay, good. Servers can connect to any client. We have chosen Claude for desktop here for simplicity, but we also have guidelines on building your own client. Okay, this is not which interests me. Core MCP concept. MCP server can provide three main types of capabilities. Resources like fetch data that can be read by clients like API response or file contents. This is exactly what I want. Tools. Functions can be called by the LLM with the user approval. Prompts, pre-written template that help user accomplish specific tasks. This tutorial will primarily focus on tools. So you see there is different way to create some servers. I have some example in Python. Let's get started with building your server. You can find complete code for what we will be building, prerequisite in Python. This quick start assume you are familiar with Python on LLM. System requirements, you need Python. You must use the Python MCP SDK or higher. Set up your first environment. Let's install UV and set up your Python project environment. So this is here. This PowerShell thing is in fact installing UV software. Make sure to restart your terminal afterwards. Okay, now let's create or set up your project. So he's making some Python, okay, and from MCP server import tac. He's creating a server entry point here, tac helper function. So you see he's defining some functions, make new request. So this is API endpoint, dictionary known, make request to the NNFS API with proper error handling. Headers format, and there is a API entry point format alert. There is a alert string. Okay. Event tac implementation implementing tool execution. So it's defining the alerts method. It's defining an alert method. It takes an input state. It is sending as output a string. Get weather alerts for US state argument. So you see there is a documentation in comments to explain how this UI is for, and you see the entry the endpoint here. Okay, MCP tool @MCP tool. Okay, this might be a tag to indicate that this is export HTTP request the endpoint. Okay. Running the server, if name MCP run studio, your server is complete, run UV, run weather. So this is why I don't want to, I do not know this UV tool in Python. Me, what I like is to put some breakpoint to understand how the things are doing. I do not like this thing. So that's why I will not do the thing in Python. I will work in C#. So you see at the top, there are different possibility to, there are different technologies for implementing the MCP server, and there is C#. So I'm going to follow the step and do with you the C# step. Let's get started with building your own weather server. You can find the complete code, what we will be building here. Prerequisite knowledge, use some C#, etc., etc. System requirements, .NET 8 SDK or higher installed. I have not the .NET 8, I will try without. And let's first install .NET. If you haven't, you can download from .NET, verify your .NET installation. So I'm going to try to follow these steps and to see if this is working. So let's start here. I start a new command prompt here to this directory and follow the steps which are next to me. So .NET version. I have the version 5, but I will still try to do it with the version 5 and we'll see together if it is working, because sometimes people, for precaution, put a very high version, but it is maybe retro-compatible. So now let's create and set up your project, create a new directory for our project, etc., etc. Let's copy this, copy, and I will pass abruptly without understanding. Okay, so it does not work like this. So let's make line by line, make directory weather. Okay, cd weather, okay. .NET new console. Okay, and if I go to this file directory here, there is the file which have been created. Good, after running .NET new console, you will be presented with a new C# project. You can open the project in your favorite IDE, such as Visual Studio or Rider. Alternatively, you can create a C# application using the Visual Studio and add the NuGet package for the model context protocol SDK and hosting. So let's do this. Add .NET package pre-release. Tac. Okay, it looks to work. .NET add package Microsoft extension hosting. This is for the server side. So you see, for the moment, it is error. Okay, is incompatible with all frameworks in project. So you see, there is a problem here. The package extension hosting is incompatible with all frameworks in project. Okay, to enable to find a stable package system with version found Microsoft compatible with all frameworks in project CSproj. Okay. Building your server. So what is curious is that there is no solution. There is no solution file which is created. Building your server, open the program CS file. Yes, but you should not work like this. You should start with the solution. Okay, so I open the CSproj and I am with Visual Studio 2019. So the project is here. Let's try to do manually what they want. They want to add Microsoft extensions hosting. I will do it manually like this. Build, tools, NuGet package, add, browse. And here put the hosting. Extensions hosting. Okay. 9. Version 9, take the latest, and here install. Will I have the same problem? Dependencies, package, hosting is added. Okay, so there is a problem with the command line. I don't know what. Here I want to save the solution. Yes, I will save the solution in the same directory of the CSproj. Okay, solution is saved, and now I have an additional SLN file. Okay, good. So I am now with the project in the correct status with two references, extension hosting and MCP. Okay, good. So they say what now? Microsoft hosting. Now let's dive into your server. Building your server. Open the program CS file in your project. Replace this content with the following code. Okay, so I'm going to copy all this shit and erase everything past like this. Save. And here they don't understand HTTP client. Using HTTP clients. Okay, so you see it's funny because this means the code they provide has some problem. New URI using system. Okay, the code they provide have some problem. You see there was some problem of building, and here they provide a using which is not used in this code. Okay. Wait, when creating the assembly host builder, ensure you use create empty application builder instead of create default builder. This ensures that the server does not write any additional message to the console. This is only necessary for servers using stdio transport. So I don't know, I don't understand this paragraph at all. So ensure you are using create empty application builder. So this is create empty application builder. So yes, I have made a copy paste. So this is what they ask. Okay. This code sets up a basic console application that uses a model, context, protocol SDK to create an MCP server. Good. Weather API helper functions. Next, define a class with the tool execution handlers for querying and converting response from the National Weather API service. Okay. So let's say this is a weather tools class. Okay, let's do this. Run add new item class with the name weather tools. Add weather tools is there and is blank. Let's copy all this file, copy, copied, okay, tac, tac, paste, save. And here there is a lot. Whoa. Ah, yes, they have a special syntax, no? What is this? Task. So here, same problem here. Task, task using threading task. Okay, HTTP client is not recognized. HTTP client, okay. Okay, get property select. Why? Because it's a link queue. Using link queue. Okay. Return. What is this shit? Return with 3 quotes like this. What is this? Return. You cannot do this. Return. So there is problem. In fact, there is problem in the way the documentation is written. I think it's because of HTML, etc. So it is written like this, and I will remove this. And why is not happy? Return. This is arrobas. Okay, so you see all there are some different little typos in their example of script, you see, and here same thing. I will put arrobas. Okay, it was only the arrobas which was missing. Okay, and here there is one thing which is still missing. An accolade is missing, no? Namespace, yes. Okay, so this is why they want the framework 8, because the namespace is used like this, but I can fall back to the framework 5 only by putting the curly brackets of namespace like this. Okay, so here I am good, and I think I have made a mistake because they want to return. So you see it's interesting. You start to see technically the MCP protocol, how it is handled. It is sending like 3 dots. You see here there is 2 dots, And get properties, there is some JSON class which is used, temperature, so it is returning a JSON object, is trying to build a JSON object. Period select, tac. So I am not sure about the correction I have made above. Is this good? Arrobas $1 double quote, or is this good? Arrobas dollar and 3 double quotes. We will make the test together after. And finally running the server. Finally the server using the command .NET run. So let's come back to the command line here and type .NET run. So it is running. What can be interesting is to understand what it is doing. HTTP client, base address. There is the HTTP client to the base address, build, add. Okay. It is doing some stuff with an extension method, add MCP server, but you have no access to the implementation of this. So you do not know what it is doing. Add MCP server to the service collection with default options. Yes. MCP server option. La vache. And they don't. Server info, get cell, TED protocol version. There is no port. Yes, server info implement. Oh la vache. It's quite blurry the way they have designed this. It's completely closed. You do not know what it is doing. With the studio server transport will tool from assembly. Same thing. If I want to go inside this will be inside the DLL model context protocol DLL. Okay, so they have encapsulated in their own DLL some the server operation. Okay. Never, we can continue. So the server normally is running. What is interesting is that we can still use sysinternals to understand better what it is doing. TCP view. Yes. And in this TCP view, you can see the different TCP ports which are opened by a process. On me, I suspect it is opening a TCP port. The name of my exe, I even do not know it, but it should be whether something. Whether even know. Okay. If I come back, .NET run. Okay, it is running, it is doing some stuff. But you know what? I don't like this. I will make Control-C. Okay, stop this and I will run like this, weather. Okay, now there is a weather exe which is running and displaying nothing. Okay, now I can look at my TCP view and I should have. So there is no TCP. Okay. Okay. So this means what? This means they maybe are doing other internal process channel to whether if I make a breakpoint. Okay, application is break. Let's look at the call stack. Debug, Windows, debug, Windows, threads. Okay, threads, worker thread. Okay, and here, external code. Async code. Threads here. here, language. Crazy. You. It is crazy. It is crazy. It's the await run async, which is being executed. Okay. Okay, so let's consider it is working now, and we know that at the first glance is doing nothing with the TCP. Okay, so this will start the server and listen for incoming requests on standard input output, testing your server with Cloud for Desktop. First, make sure you have a Cloud for Desktop installed. You can make install tac 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 tac. You then add your server in the MCP server's key. The MCP UI elements will only show up Cloud for Desktop if at least one server is properly configured. In this case, we will add our single weather server like so. The MCP UI elements will only show up in Cloud for Desktop if at least one server is properly configured. In this case, we will add our single weather server like so. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Okay, .NET run project no build. Okay. So what is there thing? Here you see I have nothing about a potential MCP server. I think there should be a hammer. For the moment, there is no hammer. So let's go to the settings, file, settings, developer, and the MCP is the protocol that enables secure connection, edit config. Then I go to this file, I open this file, then I say I passed what is in the documentation, I save it. Okay, I save it. I come back to my documentation here, look, and my documentation is there. Oops. Yes, no, sorry. I have not looked at macOS. So I look at Windows, I copy this, and here you must update with the correct path. So I come back here. I override this, I pass this, .NET Run project. Here, they want the path of the project, so I delete this, and I come back to this. In fact, I can stop it. Okay, I come back here, then I copy this here. I go there and I pass this directory here, and project. I think they need the csproj. I would put the csproj slash. I think there is a typo. It should be for me logically the csproj. Took weather csproj here like this, DAC. And what I will do to be sure, I will try to mimic what it should do. So let's say command.net, then args run minus project, then I copy this here like this, tag space minus no build. Okay, tag, to ensure it is doing something. Okay, what I really don't like is there is no output at all. You don't know at all what it is doing, but it is doing something. For the Ah, yes, there is no output because I think the output is taken by the AI client as the response, in fact. Maybe this comes from this. Okay. Let's come back to the documentation. So the configuration of a cloud has been done. This tells Cloud Sonnet for desktop. There is an MCP server named nanana. Launch it by running .NET on absolute pass tac. Save the. What is this? This tells Cloud for desktop. Yes, okay. This documentation, this configuration above says there is an MCP server. The MCP server is called weather. And to access this MCP server, you must launch the command .NET on the file system with these parameters. So this is in fact what this paragraph is saying. Launch it by running .NET run, save the file on desktop for, I think there is this document, this paragraph is not correctly written. Test with commands. Let's make sure Cloud for desktop is picking up the tools we've exposed in our weather server. You can do this by looking for the hammer icon. So let's go back to the hammer icon. And it is there. And there is no hammer icon. I think it's a problem of refresh. I will close the desktop app and I restart it. Cloud. Okay. Could not load the app settings. Nice. There was. Hey, seriously, you should review your error stuff here. There is a problem in the. Yes, but I have made a copy of the JSON file, my guy. Let's save it. Let's run it again. Cloud. There was an error. Bad escape character in JSON. Hey! Who has designed this bullshit error message? Tac. Okay, I can make a screenshot like this. Okay. So there was an error reading on parsing Cloud. Bad escape character in JSON at position 177, line 8. Column 21, line 8, column 21, line 8, column 21, 21, it is there. Okay, maybe he's expecting a double slash for the JSON. I think there is this. Okay, save. Okay, let's close this and restart Cloud. Okay, no error message. Good. I am going to start a new chat. Okay. Okay, my friend. Wow, okay, bug in real time. Okay, let's close. What is this? Okay, tac, Cloud. Whoa. File, new conversation. Okay, this will be the end of the presentation for today. File. Task Manager, details. Okay, Cloud, all these Cloud, hola. What is this? Okay, so task kill. Okay, I have killed all the cloud and I am going to restart. I think there was a problem with the error message. Cloud. Okay, now it has been started. Okay, documentation, new conversation. I am already in the new conversation. Okay, I see the hammer now. So this is a new thing. This is a hammer. And available MCP tools. Cloud can use tools provided by specialized server. Context protocol, learn MCP, get alerts. Okay, there is these tools. Okay, good. So let's continue the documentation. Test with commands. Let's make sure Cloud for desktop is picking up the tools we've exposed to our weather server. You can do this by looking for the hammer icon. Okay, this is done. The hammer is there. There is the number 2. Okay, like here. After clicking on the hammer icon, you should see the tools listed. Yes. If your server isn't being picked up by Cloud for desktop, proceed to the troubleshooting. Okay. If the hammer icon has shown up, you can now test your server by running the following command in Cloud for desktop. What's the weather in Sacramento? So let's do this. Let's watch the weather in Sacramento and see what it is answering. What's the weather in Sacramento? I can help you check weather in Sacramento. And then here you see there is an additional pop-up allow tool from weather local. Get run. What is this? So blurry. I don't get why. This is a problem of Microsoft or the NVIDIA driver. Run forecast from weather. Malicious MCP server or conversation content could potentially risk trick Cloud into attempting. Allow for this chat. Allow once. Deny. Allow for this chat. So all the time running forecast weather. I apologize for the error retrieving the weather forecast for Sacramento. Let me try again. I think there is a timeout, so there is a you should not have a timeout like this without informing the user. I apologize, I'm having trouble accessing the weather information in Sacramento. My tools weather service appears to be experiencing some technical difficulties. Get the current weather in Sacramento, I recommend. Okay, let's retry. Tac. Running. So there is an error. There is an error somewhere. Let's try to look if he's trying to run the... Why there is so much process? There is so many process. Wow. Okay. Attends. Cloud. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 exe which are been started. Groupe, GPU préférence. OK. Cores, Sentry, IPC, Cores Scheme, Roaming, Cloud, User Data. So he is, I don't know, I don't understand. Me, what I want is to look at the .NET. Is there a .NET D is there? Let's run the request one more time. If he's trying to run the .NET command. So what's the weather in Sacramento? .NET command is not started. Ah, c'est chiant ce truc. Ah, I can help you check the weather in Sacramento to provide the information I will need. Use one of my weather tools. Let me look up on Workcraft Sacramento view result from forecast. Okay. The given key was not present in the dictionary. Okay. View from get alerts weather local state response status code doesn't indicate success 404. Okay, I apologize. Okay. So So this is HTTP response. What I don't like is that it is running a process command to fetch the data, because this means I cannot put a breakpoint. On this, I don't like it at all. They are doing like a CGI. CGI is about year 2000. Start a process on a request. So let's continue the experiment. I have modified the source code to display some data in the console output. So here I put the console write line server is started at the beginning. Then on the API endpoint here, get alerts. So just by modifying the code, I have seen there is a tag here, some attribute, MCP server tool. I think it is managing to find out the correct endpoint with comment ça s'appelle? Automatic inspection. Okay. So the MCP server tool is attribute which gives a list of the different entry point. And here I have modified the source code to write at the beginning of each endpoint the name of the endpoint. Write line get forecast for the get forecast. Write line get alerts for the get alerts. Console write line get alerts. And I am isolating the string ret which will be returned with and displaying the write line. Now let's look at the way Claude Sonnet will manage this. So I have saved it, build, rebuild, and I run again the cloud desktop app. And let's look at how he is behaving. So first, when you start, you see MCP weather unexpected token S. Server is started is not valid JSON. So you see there is a string here. Server is started, which is seen, which is in fact, if I start my console app, server is started. This is what I display. So this means what? This means in fact, is taking the console output, and that's why in fact there is no output at all. Let's continue to try to see how it is handling the MCP server request. I will put the request here, Sacramento, here. What's the weather in Sacramento? So let's do replay this scenario. On here, allow tool. Yes, allow for this chat. And boom, MCP weather unexpected token G for get forecast is not valid JSON. So this means what? This means allow for this chat. This means that I apologize, but I'm facing difficulties to retrieve data, the current weather information through my available tool. Okay. So this means what? This means that there is a communication with the output of the console, and this explains why I do not see any TCP port, because in fact it is not using the TCP stack layer, it is using the console output. So this gives some interesting insight to how the inter-process communication is done. And you know what? I am going to try to give some arbitrary JSON data. Let's say this. Let's write create stub JSON object that you build in C# code to test a JSON parser which reads the console output. Let's say program test data. It's too much. No. Give me a simple JSON object that I can put in a string with just two fields. And I spend more time to write the prompt than doing my proper code because it's so easy to do. Okay, JSON name. Okay, this is what I wanted. Okay, and I will try to troubleshoot by making a short circuit by imposing this value as a return value. So here I am going to comment again the console write line read, comment again the console write line read. I comment one more time this. I comment one more time this. And I am going to say string JSON string, and I return the JSON string. Okay, let's do like this to short circuits and the call to this. I understand why he is finding the geographical, because in fact this is the input. This is the input of the API. So here JSON. Okay, so I'm going to return the an object like this, and let's see if it is clever enough to, if it is working. So the process cannot be accessed. So this is interesting. This means that Claude Sonnet is not releasing correctly the child process, which has been is logged by weather app host. The process cannot access the file because it's being used by another process. Okay, and let me just kill Claude. Okay, Claude is killed, and let me rebuild. So Claude Sonnet, you have an issue with the child process, which is except if it is staying in memory. Maybe it is staying in memory. Okay, so whether I have built. Okay, I restart my chat. Honestly, looking at console output to make a transmission of data is, for me, a design issue. How you could minimum take some pipe or TCP, HTTP on localhost. How was your day? Okay, so let's do one more time this, here this, I send here. What's the weather in Sacramento? I'm happy because the API needs the geographical latitude and longitude is requesting the latitude on. Okay, so I have, you see, I had an answer, but what is? I'm sorry, but I am continuing to have technical difficulties retrieving. So you see, he has been correctly made the call. Longitude, longitude, name, John Doe. Okay, this means what? This means he has correctly received my data. So this means what? This means there is a problem here. And what I can do. In fact, I don't care. I don't care because I know it is correctly being called and correctly returning the data. What I just don't understand why there is this dash here. It's maybe to put the start of the answer. But there is 2 dash here and 3 dash here. I don't get why. 1 is 3, 1 is 2. What I can do to cheat, is try to do with the old technique by putting, does it work if I put a message box? File. Point. Append. Ok. On va faire log ai.txt and I will put here the ret variable. Ok. And append file append, file as a definition of append. There is append file point append all lines, all text, append all text. Okay, file append all text. Okay, find append all text ret. Okay. If I call this build rebuild, no. If I take this stack JSON string JSON stack build rebuild, there is one more time the process issue. Okay, I tasked everything. Okay, build rebuild. So you see the different little issues by making the integration, and just reading the documentation is far different than doing the stuff. So here, Claude one more time started. What's the measure in Sacramento? Here they should have made a request a little smaller. Latitude, hello for this chat. Okay, hello for this chat. Okay, there is an exception. I have understood. There is an exception. Okay. Type text. Why is saying this? Get forecast. The given key was not present in the dictionary. Okay, so in fact, is hiding, is not displaying everything. Is not displaying everything. And if I come back here, debug, tac. My file, where is my file? Log AI txt. Except if there is an exception before. There is, I think there is an exception. There is an exception somewhere. There is an exception somewhere. There is an exception somewhere. Client get client, get JSON, get from JSON, get client. Okay, this means what? This means that my client program client here API whether gov here. If I try to emulate the get in my side, here I should have a structure which is different than what is expected. Whether tool JSON element slash point slash latitude longitude. Okay, here stack, and I come back to my cloud. Here's latitude stack longitude. Latitude tac longitude tac longitude tac tac. The output is this arrobas context 0 1. Okay, so let's look here how JSON element get property, get periods, enumerate. So there is a properties normally. There is a properties, okay. And he wants the periods. Where is the periods? Properties. I don't see the periods. Properties. Periods. Okay, there is no periods. That's why he doesn't understand. Periods. Join periods, select, get property, name, get string. So there should be an array, periods, select. Ouais. Relative location, geometry. Is expecting an array of different with different data, and the array is not there. So there is an issue with the target API, which is in the POC of the Claude Sonnet, because it is the JSON object which is returned as not the properties. The properties period is not there. So so how we can do this? We can say that we can now that we have understood how to call the API, there was a problem in the implementation because of the fact of the target API. By the way, you could have created they should have created a solution easily downloadable in C#, which with some other class to test. Here the weather tool is totally hermetic, you cannot interact with it. Only the entry point is with the get alerts triggered by some not good to easily test. Okay, so what we are going to do now is get the number of stocks which is there. Okay, because this should be easier to do. So I will not touch this, and I will take, you know what? So I have tried the first API, maybe the second API can run. Okay, so the first API, I know it doesn't work, and I know why. Because the JSON object fails at exposing the periods field. Let's try the second test. Which is there, and trigger it here. What are the active weather alerts in Texas? and here it might answer okay, so in fact here we have also a 404. If we try to review the call, API call, the URI, it should also be get alert state Texas. State Texas. So this means if I take Texas, so I will go there, here, whether API gov, I say I want the alert in the area, the stack get alert area, and here I put the Texas. And here I put the Texas, and I should have a 404. What is the network? What is raw data? No, ouais, not found. Okay, 404. Status 404, not found. Okay, good. So this means what? This means that the communication works good. There is a problem in the real demonstration, but it is because of the dependency of the web server. Okay, so this means what? This means that I can try to do my stuff to count the files. Let's try before doing this. Let's ask him how many stocks are in my secret database. This question normally should fail at answering it because I have not yet exposed my data. And what I expect after my modification is to have the correct number of stocks. So I don't have access to any secret database you might have. I can view, access, or count any items. Okay, good. So, because this class is not contextualized, it is generic, I can add an additional method to it corresponding to the stocks. Description, US, so you see there is a description. This is gives the number of stock in the database. Okay, and give the number of stock in the database. This is in the description here, and get number of stocks. Number of stocks. Okay. All this I do not want. Okay. And here get number of stocks. Okay. Get number of stocks. Okay, get number of stocks. HTTP client, get number of stocks. I want to know. So my database is there. I have the file here, the directory here, and I will say create C# code which returns the number of JSON files in the directory. Tac. So he's putting directory exist. Okay, okay, this is what I wanted. Okay, good. Try catch this. Okay. Slack. Int nb stocks is equal at get nb stocks stack check. Okay, tac. JSON file, okay. Length, okay. Count to JSON file, JSON, okay. So return 0. Int ret égale 0, ok. Et here ret égale das and ret, ok. Retourne ret number of JSON file in the directory, ok. Commented out, ok. Shtuk, ok. Get number of stocks, retourne ret, retourne string ret is equal to nb stocks point to string, ok, retourne ret, ok. Give the number of stocks in the secret database. Okay, so I am going to kill one more time the cloud. Okay, and I rebuild. Okay, and once I have rebuild, I run again the cloud entry point desktop app. Okay, MCP weather unexpected token S server is started. Why is seeing this? Server is started. You should not say server is started. Ah yes. Ah oui. Okay. At the beginning. Okay. Good. Build, rebuild. Okay, same thing. The process is not killed. So I must kill. Hey, it's crazy because, wait. Cloud. Only one. One is there. Okay. Ok, ça. Ok. On y va. Add Cloud. Non, rebuild. Build. Ok. Rebuild is done. Cloud. Ok. Ensuite, no error. I have an additional get alerts, get number of stocks, give the number of stock in the secret database. So I'm going to re-ask What was the conversation just before at the end? Weather forecast. Okay, so I am going to take this. Okay, file, new chat. Okay, tac. Ouf. Ah, I have reached the limit. Okay, good. You are out of message for until 2 a.m. So we will see tomorrow in a new episode the answer of this API. Write me down in the comment if you have some question. I hope you have liked this very exhaustive and technical presentation. See you later on this channel. Bye.